Hello, beloved viewers. Welcome back to Medium Kim. Kim Copeland here. Happy to see you today. Today, I'm going to talk about the Arcturians and how they might help us cross over. Also, I'd like to start out with some announcements and at the end to give you just a fun little psychic exercise that you can do with me now and also with family and friends later. All right, so first of all, the announcements. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, I will be on channel live with Allie at Heart and Soul Connection. And we're going to be live so you can come in and ask questions, and we're just going to have a discussion, but it would be great to have you there and we can all kind of talk together in that format. So it's 11 a.m. at Heart and Soul Connection, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, and 12 p.m. Eastern. All right, so the announcements. We are about to have our first Celebration Mediumship Circle with the 6 winners coming up the end of this month. And that's for the first 100 subscribers. So yay on that, woohoo! And I'm going to be doing another drawing next week for another Celebration Mediumship Circle for 6 winners again. And I'll be working with another medium, so it'll be 2 mediums and 6 people. Everybody's going to have a reading. And that will, if you let me know you want to be entered in that, please send me an email and with the title or the subject, group reading or Celebration Mediumship Circle, and I will enter you in the drawing, which will be next week. Okay, my email is kim@mediumkim.com. All right, thank you. Now for the hospice story. This was about 10 years ago. Working in Portland, Oregon. I was visiting Amelia, who was already in a coma. She was living at a assisted living facility. And when I arrived, the whole family was there, quite a few family. The son and I had a connection right away. He was telling me about how we got started on this. I don't know, but he was telling me how he talked to plants and how he knew that plants had spirits and everything had a spirit. So I knew that he was, a little bit on the metaphysical side. We talked about energy work too. And actually I did a little energy work for I think it was his daughter, not his daughter, his wife who was having a hard time that day. So, just did a little energy work on her. So we had a good connection. And the patient, Amelia, was non-responsive, was not responding to any verbal or tactile cues. All right. Basically, I think they were just using toothets in her mouth. So she was in that actively dying phase. That doesn't mean she didn't hear, but she just wasn't able to talk back. All right. So the next day I was at home. I wasn't working. Somebody else got to see her. But when I was at home, I had a special thing happen. We had a very special person come out and do a spiritual clearing in my home. And it was an older home. It was about 50 years old. And I'd never had a special person do it. I've always done it myself with sage or figure eights, that kind of thing, when I do my own spiritual clearing or my own house clearing, room clearing, car clearing, whatever. Anyway, so when he was done, he did the whole yard, the house, he did my car. And he felt like everything was, in a good place. And as we were ending and he was talking to me, I saw behind him 3, what I would say ETs of some sort. They were green to me, but that doesn't mean that they're really green. But in my mind, in my eyes, they were green. I saw them objectively outside of they were just behind his shoulders and they were shorter than him. And I've seen these people before in the same house, actually. One time I was meditating upstairs where my bedroom was, and I saw green fingers come over. I think they have 3. I don't remember if they have 3 fingers. I saw 3 coming and putting some fingers over my head like that. And the next morning, my son, his bedroom's was below mine, he woke up and he said, Mom, there was a green hand over my head last night. So so it wasn't just my imagination. And I have seen them before. You know, when I do readings for people, I do see the ETs, different kinds, not just one kind, but I do see a variety around people. And I think they are coming more and more, but there are certain people that seem to attract them. Okay, anyway, so I told him, I said, I saw these green beings behind him. He said, well, I work with the Arcturians. I said, great. I said, does that mean they're going to have a little space, station in my yard, or what is that? Is that possible? Can I have some ETs in my yard? I was really excited to maybe host some ETs. And he said, well, maybe there's enough room, this could be a landing station, come and go, so I was very excited about that. And that's kind of all I thought about it. Then the next day, when I went to go see Amelia again, I walked in and the family right away, they were kind of like upset, there was other things happening, I guess yesterday wasn't a good day or something like that. And I did a little more energy work on the daughter, or not the daughter, the daughter, I guess. And I saw a white spirit in the corner of the room, and I just automatically went right to that corner and I started figure 8ing, which is a good way to clear out energy. Figure 8 the whole room, okay? But anyway, I did that, and the spirit kind of moved on. And the son said, well, yesterday the blinds at the window were opening and closing every time we said, is she still here? Because I couldn't tell if she was breathing or not. Is she still here? And the blinds open and close, open and close. And then finally the son said, after like 6 times of the blinds doing this, he said, okay, spirit, you go to that corner. And apparently that spirit listened and did go to that corner and stayed there until I got there. So that's interesting. And also, they said she didn't say anything all day except silver spaceship. And she said it 7 times, and it was very clear. And that's all she said. And then she died. Actually, the next day, she died the day that I went to see them. And so I thought, whoa, that's amazing that she's saying silver spaceship. And I was just working with the ETs at my house. And I forgot to tell you just now that when after the man left that day before, I looked up Arcturians, and what I found was they help people transition. Then they have a silver spaceship. They help people travel to the spirit world. So, wow, right? I mean, that's wow to me. Never had heard of that. Didn't even know what an Arcturian was. And so when the family asked me, what does it mean that she's saying silver spaceship? I said, well, first of all, most people do have a mode of transportation. It's very common for people to have either a boat, a car, a horse, a bus come to meet them. And then they go and they meet their family. They use that bus to get to the family. It's just a mode of transportation. So I said, well, look up Arcturians. It may have been her mode of transportation to the spirit world. So there you go. I just think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating. I would love to know more about it. I tried to look it up last night. Do Arcturians really carry us over? I really didn't see that. I do see that they're very highly evolved and they help us on Earth, but I didn't see anything about the silver spaceships coming to take us across like I did before 10 years ago. So I'm not sure where that information went, but that is just what I know for you today. So I hope that's interesting to you. I thought it was fascinating. And I also thought one of the points is what we do at home or whatever we do for ourselves, it affects everybody. So just like what I was doing, working at my home, clearing my space, affected my patient. And I, of course, we know that whatever we do affects our family, affects probably everything. They say the butterfly wings, it goes around the air movement goes around the earth. So just know whatever we do for ourselves affects everybody. All right, so thank you for listening to that. One more thing. I want to talk about a little bit of a psychic exercise that you guys can learn to do for yourself. It's fun and it's easy, and it takes a little practice as well. But I learned this actually from my mom. My mom in 1969 we were living in New Jersey at the time, and I was a little girl. I'm not going to tell you old, but just know I was about 10. Okay, I can figure that out. You're not supposed to say your age, but anyway. So she was taking classes in Greenwich Village. She was studying astrology, numerology, doing a lot of psychic work. She's also studying judo. And so anyway, she came home and she would be practicing psychic exercises with us and our dad, my two younger sisters and my dad. And one of the things, an easy thing to practice was, can you tell me what color I am thinking of? And so I'm going to do that with you now. So I'm going to think, taste, smell, feel, hear a color, and I'm going to project it out as much as I can and see if you can pick it up, okay? So I'm going to do that right now. First, take a deep breath. Let it out. Be very grounded as we sit here together in this sacred space, inviting your angels and teachers with you right now. Very grounded, imagining those roots down. And remember, you're going to get this information. You may hear it, see it, feel it, taste it, know it, feel it. Okay, so I've got the color now in my mind. I'm thinking of it. I'm breathing it. I'm saying it in my mind. I'm feeling it. Now, did you get something? I'm going to tell you what it is. I was seeing, feeling, tasting purple. All right. So if you didn't get it, don't worry about it. Right? It's just practice. This is just practice. I'm going to do one more color. This is practice, and you can do this with friends. All right. Do one more color. I've got it. I'm seeing it, tasting it, hearing it, feeling it, knowing it. All right, see, just notice how you got the information. Did you see it, feel it, taste it, hear it, know it? I was doing that with blue. So I hope you can do this with numbers. Like I would go numbers 1 through 9, and then you can maybe go 1 through 30, but you start out with 1 through 9 and do the same thing. And it's like I said, it's a fun way just to have a little psychic fun. Kids, adults can do it, partners can do it. When you especially feel like you're really connected to nature is a good time to do it. When you feel grounded is a good time to practice. And know that, by the way, so my mother was, very metaphysical, and my grandmother before her. And I was reading all of her books, her astrology books, et cetera, when I was, say, ages 9 through 12. Unfortunately, she passed when I was 12. And that is what kind of gave me the inspiration to really explore, like, what is beyond, when somebody is no longer there, what is it beyond the physical body that we have? Where do we go? Where did my mother go? And I was really curious about that when I was 12 when she passed. So I just want to share that with you guys, and hope you have a little curiosity, hope you have a little fun with that. And then we'll continue to do more exercises. I'll try to do them every video. We'll see if I get to do it every video. I know there's a request for this. So anyway, sending you guys so much love and blessings. Thank you. Bye-bye.